One got knocked down, he won't get up again. The other went knocked him down. One got knocked down, and now he's fucking dead. The other went knocked him out. Combo breaker!
Why is it that the childish, non-serious characters always get all the power? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Saitama, the One Punch Man, or freaking Dante. They're always joking, but not being very serious, but yet they go day to day just slaughtering things with their sheer power alone. But the best example of this idea is today's two combatants. That's right, we have a match between Majin Buu, the Pink Destroyer, and Laharl, the Demon Overlord. You know, every versus show has a poster boy. Death Battle's got Batman and Superman, I've got the Powerpuff Girls, Animation Rewind has Sans. But now we're going to be talking about the Great Demon's poster boy, Laharl. So let's move right into his powers. He can use magic and manipulate ki energy, as well as fly, use fire, ice, wind, light, dark, and electricity for attacks. He also has telekinesis and immunity aging, which explains his very, very childish look. And he can also break the fourth wall. Not useful in this fight, but still something funny to note. He also has enhanced eyesight and hearing, and he has a minor reality warping power, as well as some Toon Force. He's also resistant to Mind Soul and time manipulation, and resistant to Toon Force and reality warping. He can also regenerate, breathe in space, and hit intangible foes. Now, Laharl doesn't fight empty-handed. He actually has a few swords, as well as a scarf that acts like Doctor Strange's cape, meaning it'll pretty much block attacks for him. He also comes equipped with a plethora of special moves, like his Tiger Charge, a lunging energy punch, or his Double Shadow, where he creates a clone of himself that mirrors his movements. He also has his signature attack, the Overlord's Wrath, which is basically a barrage of demon energy spheres that lays waste to his foes. He also has Blazing Knuckle, a Hellfire Uppercut, and then he slams back down, creating a Hellfire explosion. With Meteor Impact, Laharl just says fuck it and drops a giant meteor from the sky and rides it into his foes. Yes, he rides a fucking meteor into his foes. That is literally the most metal thing ever. Now, he also has two attacks that I refer to as his trump cards. One is trapping his foe into his own dimension and then, like, making a sun rain down on their asses. Or he also has this thing where he causes a giant laser to fire down and then all the planets to rain down on his foes. Yeah, the man's freaking insane. Now, Laharl is a crazy mofo. The lesser demons that he rules over actually can obliterate stars in a single punch, and that's considered chump change. He's beaten Dark Death Evil Man. Oh my god, they may as well have just had a giant neon sign that says, "I'm the bad guy, come kill me." Okay, well, he's fought Dark Death Evil Man, who could just recreate the Big Bang with one punch, and he's even matched up pretty evenly against the other overlords, including beating a lot of them, like Mao, who destroyed all of the known universe, including Celestia and the Netherworld. But that wasn't the bad ending where she showed the strength, but we can still use it for scaling. Laharl is quick enough to dodge lasers and fly the entire diameter of the Milky Way galaxy in under 1/13 of a second. Not to mention he can survive attacks from those overlords I mentioned earlier, including Dark Death Evil Man. As an overlord, Laharl is an extremely powerful demon. He's an expert in hand-to-hand combat and weapon-based combat, and he can pretty much wield any weapon with ease and triumph over his foes. And with hundreds of thousands of years of experience under his belt, it's really no question as to why he's the overlord. But don't take his pure raw power for granted. He's far from perfect. Laharl is overconfident, and he can pretty much be manipulated with ease, as he can be physically weakened by both nearby sexy females, and by nice words and phrases like love, hope, and world peace, and etc. You know what this means? That means I could walk up to this man, say, "I hope for world peace and love," and he would just fall over and die. Oh boy. Well, let's see how Majin Buu can stack up and see what he brings to this fight. Majin Buu is one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters, ever. He's just got a fun personality, and even when he's getting the shit kicked out of him, he has fun. So let's move into his powers. Majin Buu has a unique trait that very few DBZ characters actually have, and that's magic. However, he only uses it for one technique that I'll cover a bit later in his techniques section. He can also manipulate ki and even absorb ki energy, fly, use telekinesis, and copy fighter ki-based techniques, and even martial arts techniques. He can also create after images, breathe so hard that it knocks back foes, and even teleport. He can also scream so hard it opens portals through dimensions, and he's immune to poison and mind attacks. He can also regenerate at such high rates to the point where being turned to vapor didn't kill him. He just came back through regeneration. But Buu doesn't go into battle without some techniques. He has the Human Extinction attack, where he fires a small ki blast through the air that bursts open and rains down, killing all people on Earth. And with the Kai Kai attack, Buu can instantly teleport anywhere he wants without an energy signal to lock on, unlike the instant transmission Goku uses. He also has Goku's signature Kamehameha, which is basically a giant blue ki blast, And he also has the Planet Buster, a pink ki blast that he fires from his hand and throws straight down at the planet or at a foe. And with Vanishing Beam, Boo can fire a small, pink ki blast from his hands, useful for knocking foes back. He's also learned Gotenks' Galactic Donut, a key ring used to trap foes, and he's also copied his Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, a series of ki ghosts that track down his foes and explode on contact. But Boo has one magical attack, being his Candy Beam, in which he fires a beam from his head antenna thingy or his hand, and it turns his foes to food. And then Boo typically eats them or kind of just leaves them there. But Boo is a Majin, and it actually comes with some cool biological powers like stretchiness, duplication, and he can absorb his foes and steal their powers and attributes. Now you're probably wondering, what kind of power does Boo bring in? Well, he's quite the powerhouse, capable of obliterating Majin Vegeta, throwing around Gotenks and Gohan, and even beating up Piccolo. And thanks to Dragon Ball Super, he's got some new feats he can scale to. Like he beat Goku in a sparring match, and he actually can fight Basal, who was like stomping in his face and going all out. But Boo is incredibly fast. He's fast enough to fight Gotenks, Vegeta, Basal, and even current Goku. But Boo is also no slouch in defense either. He can block attacks from current Goku, and after getting his face stomped in by Basal multiple times, he continued to not only survive the beating, but also fight back at full power right after. But Boo is actually very childish. However, in a fight, he is a quite capable fighter and able to go hand to hand with Goku and other skilled fighters like Piccolo. But again, he is far from flawless. He's short-tempered at times, and as the fight goes on and he loses ki, his regeneration will start to slow down a bit, but it will take a while to completely. Zeno is sitting on his throne, rather bored, and then he opens up two portals as Majin Buu and Laharl pop out of both of them. They land on an arena, and Zeno leans back to get ready to watch the epic battle. Boo looks at Laharl and laughs as Laharl rushes forward and punches Boo with a glowing fist. Laharl bounces back from Boo's stomach and he laughs as Laharl looks angry and draws his sword. He then dashes at Boo, who teleports behind him, kicks him in the spine, sending him flying into the air. Boo teleports again, kicking him into the sky one more time, and then he flies up and slams Laharl downwards, sending him into the floor, creating a crater. Boo charges a Kamehameha and fires it down at Laharl, and as Boo lands and laughs, the smoke clears, and Laharl is standing there with some smoke coming off his scarf. Laharl slashes at Boo, cutting him in half, and he follows up with a blazing knuckle, sending him into the air, bursting him into pieces. Laharl laughs and looks at Zeno. Boo's pieces land on the ground and reform behind Laharl as he fires a ki blast at Laharl and hits him in the back of the head. Laharl stumbles forward and then turns to see Boo in near perfect condition. Laharl looks panicked a bit as Boo who spits out multiple ghosts that fly at Laharl. Laharl dodges the attacks before dashing right past Boo, causing the ghost to collide into him and explode. In the smoke, Laharl can see Boo's body reforming. When the smoke settles, Laharl sees Boo standing there and he looks different. He actually looks rather skinny. Boo then teleports above Laharl and rains down a barrage of ki blasts. Laharl dodges and then blocks the rest of them. Boo lands and Laharl summons a barrage of demonic energy balls and launches them at Boo. Boo reflects the blasts and Laharl looks at Boo pissed off. Laharl summons a large storm of planets to rain down on the area. Boo puts up his hand and fires a small ki blast into the air that splits into multiple attacks, shattering all the planets to pieces. Laharl rushes over and Boo launches a large ki blast at him, but Laharl dodges and grabs Boo, bringing him into his own dimension. Laharl then summons a large star to disintegrate Boo. But Boo starts shouting and Laharl's dimension shatters around them and the two return to the arena. Laharl looks panicked as Boo launches his candy beam, but Laharl blocks with his scarf and it turns to a chocolate bar. Laharl looks freaked out as Boo smiles, extends out his arm and catches Laharl. He then brings him in close and turns him into a chocolate bar with his candy beam and then proceeds to eat him. Our winner is Majin Buu, and this match is so damn close. I mean, both Boo and Laharl are universal, massively faster than light threats, and this match really comes down to trump cards and powers. You see, Boo has crazy high regeneration. He can come back from Vapor, and Laharl in a blind encounter isn't going to know to go all outright. So at the beginning, he's going to try a bunch of conventional means of combat, using swords and whatnot. Now, I don't even need to mention that his sword is going to be worthless since Boo can just regenerate from a slash like that. So, Boo's regeneration is a huge advantage, but Laharl isn't completely out, at least not yet. You see, Laharl has 3 special attacks in his arsenal that could kill Boo, being Overlord's Wrath, his Dimensional Attack, and the Planetary Rain. But Boo has a counter for all 3 of these. You see, Boo can teleport and reflect energy, so escaping or living through Overlord's Wrath isn't exactly impossible for him. He can actually do it quite easily. As for the Dimensional Attack, which might be his best bet, well, Boo can scream so hard it rips open portals and dimensions, so he can just escape escape it. And as for the planetary rain, well, Boo has multiple attacks like the candy beam to destroy the planets, or he could just use the Earth Eradicator, or whatever I called it, the extinction beam to destroy all the planets at once. Now, Laharl is a capable warrior, but like I said, his weapons are worthless in this match, and he isn't going to know what to do to stop Boo. Whereas Laharl, while having a few new things for Boo to have to handle, isn't that threatening in comparison. At least, he will be difficult to put down due to the amount of power that they're just dead even. But Boo does have a way to bypass this durability. With his candy beam, he can instantly turn Laharl into a piece of candy and eat him, pretty much being an instant kill. Now, Laharl can dodge this, but he can't dodge forever, and eventually Boo's gonna find a way to stop him, especially when he has things like the Galactic Donut or his stretchy arms to wrap up Laharl. So, our winner is Majin Buu. Next time on Combo Breaker, Joel and Ellie versus Rick and Carl. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and put in the comments what you think of the next match, who you think will win, why, anything you got. I'd love to see what you guys put.